another episode of Cosmic Conversations. This is my annual Halloween episode with healer Jimmy Mack. Hey, Jimmy!
Hey, how are you, Marla? Good to see you.
Yes, and I've got my Day of the Dead headgear on, and I don't think you can see my Day of the Dead skull on my shirt. So, as everybody knows, I love Halloween, and I love doing these Halloween videos, and I'm so happy that years later, Jimmy and I are still doing it. And so,
Right.
what's going on with you, Jimmy? What's for October? What's your focus?
Well, here's the thing. I tell people this around September 11th, the 9/11 stuff, and everybody's sad and forlorn and sorrow-filled and all that. And then every year around Halloween, coming up on Halloween, if you think about it, everybody is dressing up as something they're not, maybe a ghost, a goblin, Dracula, whatever, taking on this persona of different stuff. And so it gets a little creepy, hairy, wild for a lot of folks. And, we're out of Florida, Tampa Bay area, Florida, and Universal Studios is big on Halloween horror nights. Everybody goes there and drops like $100 to walk through and see Freddy Krueger and Friday the 13th and just the scariest things you could ever dream of, and real people jumping out at you and scaring you. So that's pretty much the atmosphere for October. You and I'd like to think, well, we enjoy everything pumpkin and spice and, the fall leaves changing, of course, in LA and then Florida. For us, it's the palm trees not changing, but you know what I mean. So we make the best of it, but I'm telling you, it's a rough time. So a lot of times this time of year, my phone's melting down and emails and Skype and everything else, and people are just running into that negative energy and it drags you down. So we definitely want to work on clearing that today out to everybody that's ever listening or will ever see the show today.
But what about the veil getting a little thinner and people can maybe channel easier or communicate? What do you think about that?
I see that as true. Something I've been looking at probably for the last year is, there's a lot of people and a lot of chatter on YouTube for, hey, going up into the light's a big trick and you're just going to get reincarnated back here. And we're continually being recycled as souls and all that. And now I get, when I'm chatting with even my fathers crossed over, my brothers crossed over, is they have really made it beyond that. So I feel like that has really, really, really lifted. And so definitely the veil is getting thinner, as you would say. People are getting more intuitive. I think in many ways it's getting easier and more profound. I mean, I had a near-death experience, so mine was very mystical, magical. I heard very angelic noise and sights and sounds. It was like going up into deep inner space. So, yes, huge yes for that.
A lot of people are awakening. I mean, we see all these video YouTube channels and Facebook channels and Instagram and, all these magical people awakening. And I'm going to be doing 3 shamanic journeys with a shaman out here in LA. Starting in December and then in January and February. So I'm really excited for that. Going to be opening up, expanding even more. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah. So I think we should all be keep expanding, keep learning, but we do need to clear when, like you said, we've got these. I don't watch any of the horror films. I don't like Freddy Krueger. I hate that stuff. I love the.
It won't matter. You're driving down the road. You're running into half the people you're driving next to are into that.
So they'll slime you. Their energy will attach.
Yep.
All right.
And I did an audio MP3. It's the most popular one this time of year. It's called Dark Energies. So it's all about clearing that off of folks too. It's about a half hour long. They can email me. I'll send them information on it. It's info@jimmymackhealing.com, of course. And that can only help them as well.
Wonderful, Jimmy. All right. So I've got my pendulum here. And let's do some clearing.
Awesome. I'm going to take your word for it because your screen is
I know. He can't see me, you guys. He can't see me.
So even better. That's our blind study right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would just do it as a clearing for everybody that ever hears the sound of our voices or ever sees this video. We're asking for everything to clear off them now. Can be what my youngest granddaughter called ghosties, can be curses, spells, and hexes and charms and all kinds of negative stuff. So we're just going to release all that right now, and you're going to see a yes when it comes through.
Yep, it's going yes.
There you go. And then unclear to me is everything outside of that, and that's really creepy. I call it alien fighting predator on the back porch, and it can be 3 planets away, and it's stuff we're not even aware of. And so we want to make sure that we test as unclear no. So hopefully you'll get a no for that.
Yep, it's unwinding
Excellent.
there.
And then the third one I do for everybody would be I am running forward. And that's body, mind, spirit, relationships, money, health. You got to have the car and drive to get down the road. So we'll give everybody I am running forward.
Well, we're still a big unwinding here from the first one.
Yep. And we'll see that change right now.
Yep, it's still okay. Now it's changing.
There you go.
Yes.
Love it. And we're jumping folks from Tampa Bay, Florida to, Orange County, LA, California.
Yeah,
so,
I'm in Los Angeles and Jimmy is in Florida.
And a lot of times it takes a minute for that jump. And, people will ask, well, isn't it immediate? Isn't it right now? Yeah, but a lot of times to process it or for us to see that change in the pendulum, it does take a minute.
All right. That's beautiful. So you mentioned something about other planets that affect us, things going on. Give us a little snippet
Yeah.
of that.
Well, I'm no astrologer, but they tell me Venus is retrograde right now. Mercury retrograde, as you know, will really mess up folks on communication. Venus has to do, of course, with love and love stuff. So a lot of times the loved ones we're involved with right now, things are what my mother called cattywampus or topsy-turvy, and so I feel like that's going to all straighten up here. It feels like November 1st, actually, which is All Saints Day, is going to be just a big click. They're showing me the tumblers in a lock, and it would just go bam, and we're going to be right back on track. And, Santa Claus isn't that far off either. It's hard to believe this whole year has flown by, hasn't it?
I just can't believe it. It really went super, super fast, and it feels like time's speeding up. And especially as we get older, I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
I remember when I was a kid and I'd say, oh, Christmas, it's so long. Why is it once a year? It's so long. And now it's like, geez, I'm putting those decorations back up.
Right. And before you know it, it's back again. So
that's right. So that's why we've got to enjoy every moment and just, contact your loved ones if you haven't talked to them in a while. Send them a little card. I just sent out a few Halloween cards to some people who I know don't get many cards, don't know a lot of people, or are kind of stuck in their house, and just shoot off a little handwritten card. We don't do that anymore, And,
absolutely. And if you don't do that, at least call or text or email or do something.
That's right. All right, Jimmy, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy All Saints Day, happy Day of the Dead, happy holidays, and leave a message in the comments about what you like to do for Halloween. What are you dressing up as? Are you going to a party? I'm going to a big Halloween bash on the 31st, and I think I'm going to go as my usual, a witch.
Love it.
All right. Bye, everybody.